Hello and welcome to game 2 between Infi and Yumiko. And I was looking forward for some human mirror, to be honest, in game 1. Damn. I think some of you guys has commented, blogged or posted on some forums saying, when's the last time you saw a human mirror, a Chinese human mirror? Because those are really epic. And if you think about it, every time Chinese humans get together and play each other, at least one of them is going to play as Night Elf. It's like an unwritten rule in China. It's in their constitution. If you look it up, 2 human players shall not play each other. One of them should have to play as Night Elf. Okay, let's see if that's the case this game. Yumiko is going to be I don't know who this is, to be honest. But Teal is always Infi, I know that. So Yumiko is going to be the yellow human at the 10 o'clock on the Echo Isles. This is Infi's map pick, because he's a loser of the first game. And Infi, oh Jesus, he's going to play Night Elf again. Oh boy. Let's see if Infi can execute the plan better this time. Last game, I think he lost the Asian War earlier, when Yumiko pulled 5 militia to take down the Asian War and forced the early TP from Warden. I think that's when he was behind, and he never caught up with Yumiko. Yumiko expanded and put up towers against him, and give him a little his own medicine, taste of his own medicine. But there we go. A scouting farm is on the way for Yumiko. Yumiko knows exactly what to do versus Night Elf. Maybe that's what China needs to do. The Chinese can send out Infi, Sky, and Thu, all typical human players. But when they face against orc or human, they can switch to Night Elf. That's how they won Warcraft 3 2011. WCG, I'm sorry. Anyway, Warden is going to creep here. I want to see the item drop, but the observer didn't. Of the banners is blocking us. I know Samsung, we get it. Samsung Galaxy Tab commercial has been running on my channel it's been running on my channel like a wildfire. And I really don't want any ads on my channel. And whoa, a peasant's gonna throw down a scout tower. That's to humans' defense, that's the cheapest building you can put up, and gives you an instant, I think, 50 HP or 70 HP when you put it down. And when you cancel it, you get I think you got a half of it back. I gotta look it up. You got a half or 2/3 back the resources. And the scout tower costs what, 30 gold and 10 lumber or something ridiculously cheap, and that gives you some vision and keeps the warden occupied for a few more seconds. I don't know if that's worth it, but at least that's one way I can look at it. At least that's what Yumiko looks at it. Here comes the warden. Is he gonna pick off a? Yeah, he's gonna pick off not a footman. A militia is gonna be picked off. And he's going to try to go after another militia. Mountain King needs to finish this creeping here, getting rain regeneration. And he's going to hug this merc camp. I don't know why. Maybe the merc camp smells good. And I think he's going to try to pull that there. There's a Troll Berserker out of the merc camp, so he can defend against any early hunters again. And I don't know if is Infi expanding at the 9 o'clock? Is that a tree of life over there? A blur of teal. That may be a wisp, but the observer is not seeing it. So I don't know why the observers are. Okay, there we go. There's a shadow strike on the shadow priest. Shadow priest is going to be taken down with one more shadow strike, or you can focus down with all your archers. And it looks like the warden is surrounded. I don't think the warden is going to be any trouble getting out of this. Just kill a few units and you'll be fine. Here comes the Mountain King though, but that's when the warden is in trouble. Mountain King, gets bolted. I'm sorry, the warden gets voted by Mountain King. Mountain King is gonna. Oh, Infi was forced to use his second hero point on the blink, so he can get out of that jam. And he's gonna see no tier 2 tech from the human, so he's gonna assume probably there's gonna be a fast expand build like last game. And the human hasn't started to even start creeping, even start walking towards us 8 o'clock. So I don't know what human's waiting for. Is he gonna creep the 12 o'clock? No. Okay. What was he doing? He's gonna boat the hunters. Hunters are gonna be surrounded. That's not a surround either. Oh wait, that is. I'm sorry. That is a surround. Huntress is fat with her fat ass is going to be surrounded and killed. And Infi, is he he's got to be expanding. There's no other building he's made. And there's a Hunter's Hall. There's a Tree of Life. Finally, Observer found it. 10 minutes later. More like 3 minutes later, but feels like 10 minutes. And what is that building right there? That is building right next to the farm. I wish I'd know what that is, but the farm is going to be taken down. That looks like a Asian protector, to be honest. It might be a shop. I don't know. It's definitely not a Asian war, I can tell you. Not a Moonwell either. But it looks like Infi is going to think about creeping the 3 o'clock, and while the humans creeping the 8 o'clock, he is definitely going to expand here. There's no question about this. And human is going to have a way later expansion than a Night Elf. That's gonna suck. I think Infi is going to try to use that Tree of Life over at the 3 o'clock, creep the 3 o'clock first, and then walk him over to the 4 o'clock and creep that. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. I've never seen this before, but it kind of makes sense. And Tree of Life is walking towards the 4 o'clock, while Infi is going to finish off his creeps, getting lightning shielded. That's not a bad thing, especially on the Hunters. The Hunters can just go into the human main and annoy all the mining peasants if the human didn't block his base properly. Level 3 Warden on the ground. We're going to see... Oh, crap. I lost the... There we go. 2 ring protections. That's kind of funny. 1+2, 1+3. So the Warden is going to tank a lot of damage. Let's see if Infi can use the Wisp to block. No, he used the Wisp to detonate. I was going to say the Wisp can do some blocking against the Mountain King, so Mountain King can tank more damage from all the Night Elf units. And 2 towers are going to go up. The human expansion is not near in sight. And here comes the Infi expansion is about to be rooted. So human's way behind in an economy game, and I think he's behind on troops as well. I think Mountain King is at level 3. Let's see where he crept. The 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and the green camp. And the green camp. Yeah, he's level 3. And Mountain King is going to see this Tree of Life already up and running, so he's going to have to get up to get his expansion up and running too. Infi is going to come here with a level 2 Shadow Strike, try to repel this force, try to kill the footmen one by one. That's what you got to do when when more than a handful of footmen are going towards you. And Infi is going to try to save a Huntress. I don't know what happened there. He could have hidden that Huntress. Maybe humans are going to tower here? What is he doing? He's already... I think he's expanding. No, he's not going to expand. He's going to tower rush this... Oh no, he's going to tier 1 tower rush this expansion. He didn't put up any expansions at the 8 o'clock because he knew he was way behind. He might as well just go for all-out strategy. Infi starting tier 2 tech is about to finish. As long as Infi buys enough time to allow the tier 2 tech to finish, he can hire Panda, and then defending against us is so much easier with a Panda. Looks like Infi is going to use his Tree of Life to do some damage against the towers, along with all these Huntresses. 3 Huntresses, an Archer, and 2 Archers, and a couple Mercs. And there's a detonating just to keep the mana low on the Mountain King. Mountain King is out of mana by now. Infi pulled almost every Merc out of that 3 o'clock camp. Every Merc except the Mud Golem. And Mountain King needs to be careful here. Mountain King is going to have to TP out. Otherwise, no, he's going to try to use the Staff Teleportation, try to cut it close. Yeah, he's going to get away clean. I think Yumiko is going to have to be expanding now because he knew that tower rush didn't work, and he's going to have to expand right now, or he's going to tech to tier 2. That's way too late for tier 2, I think. But all the peasants are going to be walk all straight over here from 4 o'clock, and he's going to expand. But Infi is going to be right on top of this. He saw there's no expansion over here. I hope Infi has the Ultra Vision, so he will have vision during the night. It looks like he does, but don't quote me on that. The video resolution is kind of low. And here comes the Infi. He's going to kill one more peasant. He's hits level 4. Observer pointing out the level 4 Warden is a bitch to deal with. And Sentinels. I haven't seen a Sentinel from Night Elf player for a while. Sentinels from Huntresses. That's interesting. Alright. And I think Infi wants to make the most out of his Huntresses. And yeah, there's a Sentinel. I think the observers noticed that as well. And Infi is keeping his Warden behind in the back and using almost everything else to attack the town hall and try to draw the Mountain King over here and the rest of the human troops to defend. One interesting fact about Sentinels, those little birds hovering over the trees, That is, you can attack the tree until the tree goes down, and that's how you deal with sentinels. And another way, if you have dispel units like destroyers or priests or I don't know, spirit walkers, even wisps. Anything that do dispelling, I think dryads counts, but anything can do aerial dispel. You can dispel the sentinel from the tree. You don't have to attack or even mine that tree out. So that's another way to deal with sentinels. If you don't want the sentinels all around your base, scouting, giving every scouting information. Oh God, Infi, I'm sorry, Yumiko is losing his mind here. Why did he pull all the militia outside his base, outside the tower cover? Infi's on his way to tier 3 and already has a mining expansion. And I think Yumiko, blink, dodge, and bolt. That's a hell of a move by Infi, but he's going to lose the Ogre Mauler, so that's no good. There's a Shadow Strike. Eat that Footman. At least he can at least he can kill a Footman. And the Mud Golem is going to give up pursuing. And Infi is going to be back to do more pressure. I think Infi has just expanded and tech twice, so he's really weak right now. And Yumiko is even weaker because he's way behind against Infi. So Yumiko needs to do something here. He expanded, but he's still at tier 1. And Infi already has 2 lords making in the back, so he's going to switch with bears and dryads here in the next 3 minutes. And there's nothing Yumiko can do with tier 1 units against bears and dryads. There's absolutely nothing human has at tier 1 against bears. Unless you have like a level 6, what do you call it, blood mage. Unless anything short of a level 6 blood mage isn't gonna cut it for human at tier 1 versus night elf. Anyway, here comes the first dryad. That should tip up a human as to what tech route Infi is going. Although they're in pro level, there are only few limited tech routes you can go for. Talking about bears and dryads is one. I've seen huntresses and fairy dragons before. That's really weird. It's a weird unit combination, but if you hit the timing window perfectly, you can really get it done. And stay at tier 2. That's another push you can go for, but that's really rare. There's the first dryad is on the way. Tier 3 is out, and bears should be weighed. Yeah, observers are pointing out that bears upgrades aren't even close to be researched. I don't know what Infi is doing. Maybe he's short on lumber or something. Maybe he spent too much money, blew too much money on those mercs and buildings. But anyway, Warden is going to be back. He's at level 4.5 or 4.6, so he is going to be she is going to be doing a lot more damage than you anticipated against your troops. At least the Mountain King can bolt her a couple of times to keep her from doing Shadow Strike, but that's the only delay strategy. Observers are pointing out that farm was killed by splash damage from the huntresses, and we're going to see the huntresses are going to retreat after killing a barracks. But there's no production buildings for human left on this map, if you think about it, unless the human rebuild his barracks over at the 8 o'clock. If you lose your barracks, there are a few tech routes that get shut down. I don't know if you guys know. You need barracks to get Griffin Avery. You need barracks to get of course, rifleman. I don't know if you need barracks to get factory. I'm sorry, workshop. I had to look it up, but I'm pretty sure you need barracks to get Griffin Avery. So mass air is out of the question for the human unless he builds a barracks, secondary barracks, really fast. And yep, Warden is going to creep to 12 o'clock. Hits level 5. What did he get? He got, I think whatever he got, he sold it. No, it was a staff of mana stealing. So he sold that and bought a mana pendant of a mana. So Infi is going to buy an item out of the marketplace. I think I was the one thought the marketplace is way overpriced. But it looks like Infi is going to use the level 3 Phantom Knives. He's going to get boated. But Mountain King is a solo hero over here. As a solo general without army. He needs the army to fight off the entire Night Elf army. Infi gets bashed right before the blink. But the Mountain King is one in trouble here, guys. Mountain King, Infi can just pop that. Yeah, there's Square of Healing, and Mountain King is the one who has to get away from the Warden. Warden used another Phantom Knives, and the Warden has a TP on her, so she'd be fine. Here comes a couple bears. There's the Roar, Rejuvenation. Now Yumiko would be like, oh crap. Bear form is already finished, and I have nothing but tier 1 units to defend against this. That's why he pulled all the mercs out of the camp, and still not going to cut it. Just watch a bear plow through the human unit. No, never mind. I was going to say, bears are going to plow through the human. And never mind, game 2 belongs to Infi, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in game 3.